Today I'm going to show you how to replicate a makeup look from Miss Break the Internet herself, Kim Kardashian. I have never done a Kim Kardashian inspired look. I'm not a huge fan of her, I won't say her career, I don't know what her career is. Whether you keep up with the Kardashians or not, you can't deny that Kim is an extraordinarily beautiful woman. Even without makeup, she's beautiful. And she has a phenomenal makeup artist, Mario. I can't pronounce his last name, I think it's Didovanovich. Makeup by Mario is his Instagram, and he's amazing, and I think he's who really deserves all the credit because Kim's makeup is flawless, and you know, I don't think she hardly ever, if ever, does it. It's really Mario that creates these beautiful looks that we want to replicate, the highlighting and contouring that we want to achieve, and the beautiful smoky eyes and feathery lashes. So I saw on Mario's Instagram this look, and I knew it was going to be very popular because it was the Kim Kardashian glamorous look, but there was something a lot more softer, more romantic. See if we can make ourselves into Mrs. Kim Kardashian West. I've already done my Kim K inspired foundation routine, highlight, and contour. That is for an entire different video in itself, and there's plenty of good tutorials already out there for the Kim Kardashian style highlighting and contouring. But I did use the foundation that her makeup artist Mario uses a lot. He used it on her wedding day, I believe, which is the RCMA Color Process Foundation. And I have the palettes of these as well. So I'm wearing the color Shinto 1, which is lightened by the brightest white shade in there because I'm pretty pale. So I did my RCMA foundation, and then I did contour using the My Sculpted Face contour palette from IT Cosmetics. And I did use banana powder as well to kind of highlight some areas. And I believe that is another Kim K famous product. So we're mostly going to focus on the eyes and the lips that her makeup artist Mario created in a really well-known Instagram shot that I will show up here. So let's get started on the eyes and lips. So it's very helpful in the Instagram photo that Kim's makeup artist Mario posted because he does list quite a few of the products that he used. For Kim's brows, he does say that he used the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz. He used a color called dark brown. I'm using medium brown because my hair isn't quite as dark as Kim's. So I've already filled in this eyebrow, and I'm going to fill this one in now. Kim's eyebrows are kind of a mix between, you know, bold and natural. I am going to highlight under the brow to kind of give my brows more of a clean shape. I think Kim's are a little thinner than mine, so this is going to kind of help to camouflage some of the extra hairs that I have. So I'm just using the NYX Wonder Pencil in the lightest shade to just clean up this area. Mario does say that he used on her eyes an Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadow called Dusty Rose, I think, and then the shadow called Mauve from the LORAC Pro Palette. I do have the LORAC Pro Palette, so I'm going to use that mauve color, but I don't have any of the Anastasia shadows. I don't even know if they're out yet, so I am going to use mauve, but I'm going to place taupe from this same palette in my crease first, and then do the mauve color. So I'm just going to grab a little bit of taupe on a crease brush. This is Sigma's Diffused Crease E38 brush. It's a nice compact shape. It's not too fanned out, and it's not too tiny either. So I'm just going to place that in my crease, like right in my crease. And then I am going to grab that mauve next, and we'll kind of soften it out and go a little bit above the crease. Okay, now we're ready to grab mauve. I'm using the same crease brush, but I did wipe it off in a tissue so that it's not gonna muddy our colors, and we're gonna see the true mauve color here. So I've grabbed that, and I'm going to start blending kind of at the halfway point top edge of this. Alright, now that we've laid down our taupe and our mauve color, I'm going to take that same mauve color on a little itty bitty smudge brush and go along the lower lash line, because I do see that color in the photo on Kim's lower lash line. Make sure you connect it up here. Dusty Rose from Anastasia, Beverly Hills. That's okay. I'm just going to make my own. Whenever you want to duplicate a celebrity look, you certainly don't have to run out and buy all of the products that they used, because a lot of times you can get pretty close with something that you already have. So using our same LORAC Pro Palette, I'm just going to take light pink, dip into that first, and then dip into that same mauve color, and then we're going to kind of create our own Dusty Rose. I looked at the color of Dusty Rose online, and the Anastasia shadow looks really similar to mauve in the first place, so they're really not too different. And I'm just mixing that light pink in there to soften up this color, because I do want to keep this crease a little deeper. So I'm just using a flat shader brush, and I'm putting that all over the lid. So Kim does have a really bright pop of white shimmer on the inner corners in the photo, and for that you could definitely use something from your LORAC Pro Palette. Maybe mix the matte white and nude together, but I have something I wanted to use instead because I think it'll be perfect for this. So the IT Cosmetics My Sculpted Face Contour Palette that I use to contour has a shimmery white highlight right here, and I see little to no reason you would ever want this on your face unless you are a very, very pale alabaster skin tone, and that would have to be pretty pale because I'm pretty pale. However, I do really like this white shimmer for an inner eye highlight. Granted, I would not buy a whole contour palette just for that, but it really does give that bright pop on that inner corner, just like Kim has in the photo. So I'm going to take a small shader brush and just place that right on that inner corner. Sometimes I like to close my eyes to lay it down first so I don't get any powder in my eye, and then I can kind of see what it looks like with my eye open, then go back in and do a little bit more on the inner part of the lid. Part of what I think makes this eye look so pretty on Kim is that she does have flesh colored liner in the waterline and not a black liner. That's what also makes this a lot more wearable, maybe a little more romantic for, you know, Valentine's Day or a date. So I'm going to use the NYX Wonder Pencil to just line my waterline, tear line, inner rim, whatever you like to call it. And sometimes I have to put a lot to cover up any redness, or just so it stays on. And I like to pull down my eyelid when I do it. That way there's little to no chance that I'm gonna stab myself. So I pull it away from my eyeball and then I apply. And I look like a goblin when I do it. So that's just a bonus. In the photo, Kim has a line of black liner along the top lash line. It's not really a wing or anything like that. I always do a little bit of a wing just because it gives a subtle lift to the eye. I'm going to use the LORAC Cream Eyeliner for this, and I'm just using the color called Black, and I'm using a pointed liner brush from Sigma. This is their eyeliner E05 brush, and you can use an angled brush too. Sometimes I switch it up. For this, since I'm not really doing anything too dramatic or winged out, this nice pointed shape is going to help me just make a nice, you know, thin to thick line. In my opinion, there are a few key things that really make Kim Kardashian's makeup look, and of course the highlight and contour, that is a given. But another thing I noticed that is a constant through all of her makeup looks is very lashy lashes, especially her bottom lashes. They are never neglected, they always look very feathery. I do think she has eyelash extensions, but you know, regardless, her eyelashes are always pretty show-stopping, and her makeup artist Mario does say that he used the L'Oreal Voluminous mascara for this look, which is awesome because I've always loved this mascara. I have used it since high school, and it's pretty impressive that a product can stay around that long and stand the test of time. I don't think they've changed the formula. I still love it. It's not too wet, it's not too dry, even though it's called Voluminous. I think it lengthens really well too. It's very buildable, which is another nice thing if you are trying to really create some bam in your face Kim Kardashian eyelashes. So if you notice in some of my other videos, I don't let my coats dry. I like to work with my mascara while it's wet, so I just build and build until the lashes are the length and darkness and separation that I want. And I already applied mascara to my bottom lashes, but I'm going to do another coat because, like I said, Kim's bottom lashes are pretty impressive. Plus, we did put shadow on that lower lash line, and I think whenever you do shadow under there, especially a dark shadow, you will want to make sure that you put mascara on your bottom lashes. It really pulls that together and makes it look more finished. Plus, if you're going to really dramatize your top lashes, you'll want to do the bottom as well so that they properly frame your eyeballs. Okay, this next part's only if you're feeling really, really fancy, and if you want to be Kim Kardashian all the way, you can apply individual eyelashes, and that is to kind of simulate the look of her lash extensions. And I just want to warn you, if you are not having a very good day and your patience is running low, this is not the day that you want to try individual eyelashes. They are frustrating, they are time consuming, and yes, they look very pretty when they are done, but they're not easy. So if you just want to throw on a strip of lashes like a traditional pair, that would work just as well. But I'm just trying to be full on Kim Kardashian, so I'm going to do the individual lashes. And I have the Duralash by Ardell Flare Mediums. I am not using the lash adhesive it comes with because it's meant to stay on for like a week or more, and that's not what I want here. I'm using just Duo Lash Glue in the white, so that's why you might see some white on my lash line because the glue hasn't dried yet. So I will show you how to do this, but I made a little glue dot on my mirror here down below, and I'm dipping the end of the lash in there and kind of dragging a little bit so that it's more than on the ball but a little bit underneath it. And you have to think you're not placing these on your lid's skin. You are actually affixing these to your lashes. I think it's easiest to use the same hand as the eye you're putting them on. So on this hand, or on this eye, I did use my left hand. I'm doing my right eye, so I'm using my right hand. And you're gonna kind of just lay them on your lashes, not your lash line. And this is a practice makes perfect situation. But if you know, feel like you're gonna murder somebody after doing this, don't say that I did not warn you. So I'm mostly just doing kind of this outer 3/4. I'm not gonna go all the way across, and really, it looks prettiest to have more on the outer part. It does give you a little more of a flared out look. And Kim's eyes are very exotic for that reason. So you just want to do, you know, 4 clusters like I did. That should be good enough to give you that really pretty feathery lash look. Right. Kim's lips in this look are a really pretty ultra nude, ultra matte lip. And this is another area where I'm going to improvise because I don't have the product that Mario used. He used one of the new Anastasia, the liquid lipsticks, and those are brand new, and I don't think, again, those are even available. So I'm just going to use some products I think will best replicate the color and the finish. So I'm going to line with one of my favorite ultra nude liners, which is from NYX, and it is the color Nude Beige. I'm going to line entirely with that first, and that's going to give us that matte nude look. This look is a little bit different on the mouth because he overlined her lips, but not on the top. So he actually took this outside part and made it a little fuller. So I'm gonna do a little bit of that, but I think when you do too much with, you know, a really nude pencil, it almost looks like you have like a chocolate milk, like milk mustache. So I'm not gonna like do it totally. Okay, so I'm pretty excited with what I came up for the lip color. And I had to mix, and so I mixed OCC's Lip Tar in Annika, and I used a little bit of the Lip Tar in Tarred, which is black. So I'm excited I finally got to use my black lip tar. I knew it would come in handy, and it did, for making this peachy nude into more of a brown, almost mauve grayish nude. So I'm just patting it on my fingers because I really do like the lip color from the pencil, but it does need a little bit more. I did end up putting a little bit more of the Annika color kind of in the center, and then I'm just using a lip brush to blend together our color and liner. And as you can see, I did overdraw on the sides in the top a little bit. That's probably as much as I'm comfortable doing. I really don't like the overlined lips trend simply because it makes me think, what's wrong with having normal shaped lips? Nothing. But it's kind of fun, you know, for a day or night instead of getting injections. If you want to touch up your contour areas for the finishing touches, certainly feel free to do that. That definitely makes me feel the most Kim K. And I'm just using a Real Techniques contour brush to dip into my shadow color and kind of just go over the cheekbones mainly. And if you want a really sharp, you know, high glam Kim contour look, you can take some of your banana powder or a lighter color and a brush, and you can do what's called reverse contouring, which is really carving out that area by placing a lighter color beneath. So kind of looks like this. You know, it's kind of a drag technique. And by drag, I mean drag queen, even though we are dragging the brush on our skin. And for a few more extra credit, Kim Kardashian steps, I am going to take a highlighter, go over the Cupid's bow again, and do a little bit on the brow bone and the bridge of my nose. So thank you guys so much for watching me transform into Mrs. Kim Kardashian West. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial, and if there are any other celebrity transformations you'd like to see, please comment and suggest them down below. And as always, there will be more pictures of this look and more details over at wakeupformakeup.com. Bye! But her makeup artist, Mario, is extraordinary, and I think that's who really... Jake?
My name is Bruce Jenner, and as you can tell, I'm transitioning to a woman. It's going a little slower than I anticipated, but we'll get there.
I'm just happy that Bruce is happy. And Bruce is happier than he's ever been.
Hi, I'm Chris Humphries, and I play for the Brooklyn Nets. Okay. And I don't know if this is going to work out.
It's not.